Hello everybody and welcome to Bathmat Reviews, where today we are going to be talking about Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beasts, Scourge, and Freezer, but mostly Scourge. Hey everybody, Future Bathmat here to pop in and say, hey, I finished filming this video already when, I was planning on uploading it soon, when, a viewer commented and said, yo, you should review Scourge. So, just popping in here to give them a little bit of a shout out. Shout out to TruesterTube 2008 for suggesting this figure. Surprisingly good timing on that. Oh yeah, also, I've been working on changing my upload schedule so that I'm doing this at the way that I've been before has been keeping me up really late, and it's been starting to get me, it's been starting to mess with me. So that's why I've been not posting as much recently. Also, I had a headache yesterday. That was a big part of it. But yeah, so thanks to TruesterTube, and back to the regular video. And these figures are quite good. They're not, well, Scourge isn't perfect. Freezer is fine for what he is, but let's focus on Scourge first. Actually, no. Let's talk about Freezer first, because, well, he's here. So you do have to get this guy separately, but, and there are technically two of them. I think it's Freezer and Novocaine. And yeah, I only have one because I didn't feel like getting the same figure twice with a different name and probably slightly different molding, but I don't know. There are two of these guys in the movies, and yeah, they're little, roughly, I think, slightly bigger than human, sized things that crawl around and cause havoc. Articulation is pretty good, so you got ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint, 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 and ball joint, ball joint, and up and down, and then a ball joint. So basically, you've got wide range of movement for all these parts, except for how it's naturally bent here. You can't get too much at the knee, but yeah, other than that, you got really good posability for what this guy is. Size comparison, well, here he is with my previous review. Here he is with Batman. Here he is with the prime unit of measurement. And yeah, so now we'll set him off to the side because honestly he works best as an accessory for Scourge. Because Scourge is sick. Although, that was his weapon falling behind my desk. Oh, crap. Hold on. You know, a better YouTuber would probably edit this out, but I don't like editing, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I'll just set that off to the side so that that doesn't happen again. Now, as far as flaws go for this guy, there's a couple that you could say, although I only have a major problem with one. Like, you could say, yeah, he doesn't look completely accurate, but that doesn't really bother me too much. Although, if you just know that if he came out after the movie, he would definitely have a terrible face, as in like a literal tear-offable face, like Revenge of the Fallen figure, because you can do that. But yeah, so he has a bit of a weird neck, and he's just not quite accurate, but that's not really my biggest problem. My biggest problem is that these smokestacks are not sturdy, especially on this side. They love, this one specifically, loves to fall over. And it just, like, as soon as I got it out of the box, it was just like that. And it will fairly consistently fall. And I don't know. I don't know why, but it does. And speaking of box review! You got Scourge looking all awesome. I really like the artwork on this. It looks sick. You got his hand. You got Transformers. You got 101 Studio Series Scourge. Terracons. You got Scourge with his glowing blade. And on down, plastic-free packaging. Woo! Except for tape and glue. Boo. Then you got big screen-inspired, scale, detail, backdrop. And then that in a whole bunch of other languages. You got Scourge looking all awesome there. You got his cannon. You got his vehicle mode, which is pretty cool. You got 31 steps. Wow! And then on the inside, man, I really like that artwork, though. It does look really cool. It doesn't look good enough for me to save the box, though. And it has the backdrop with that one scene where they're fighting at the museum. And that looks pretty cool. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about these. And I don't have the space. Anyway, back to the figure. Other than that specifically falling over all the time. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. Other than that, I basically have no problems with this guy. I think he's really cool. I really like the design. I like the weapons. I like, he's just cool. You know? I like what he turns into. I think, yeah. Anyway. So as far as weapons/accessories go, yeah, again, I said I was going to leave it, but I don't want to. He comes with this sword that can't really be detached. It's connected to his arm, but you can bring that, like, you can use it as an arm blade like he does, or you can bring it up like that, which I don't remember him ever doing in the movie, but it looks cool, so I'm not going to complain. And, hey, if you don't want him to, you can always keep it there, and that works too. And then he also has this arm, which is his more tentacle grabby arm that I don't remember if it's ever explained why he has that, but it doesn't really matter. And then he also comes with his gun arm, which you can just take this off and plug this right in. You got that with the cutout, and then that will line right up like that. That will peg in, and then you have his gun arm, and yeah, it looks pretty cool, you know? And then all of this you can just take and peg right here. And you can also take the... Oh, yeah, as far as the gun goes, there's no articulation other than at the elbow. But that, like, this is just a brick. So I won't bring that back for articulation. But you can also take that and put that... and put this here. And that stores pretty well, except for when you accidentally knock it off under your desk for some reason. But, so that I don't knock it off, again, I'm going to take it off the side, even though that normally it sticks, like, it pegs in quite well. It's not like it generally is going anywhere. My gosh, would you please just stand up? If you know of any quick, easy fixes, I don't get it, because it doesn't... If you know of any quick, easy fixes for this type of plugin, let me know. Although I've heard this is a wide range problem, very common problem, I should say, for this specific figure. So, oh well. Stop falling. You know, I'll just hold it like this. No, I'm kidding. Now articulation is pretty good. You got full 360 here, although I guess it knocks the backpack up. You got bend here, you got bend here, you got shoulder pad movement, you got bicep swivel, you got 90 degrees bend, you got nothing at this wrist, and opening and closing hand, and then this is on these hinges, so you can do all of this for, I think it's really for transformation, but you can use that in whatever way you need to, I guess. And also, this can bend also due to transformation, but yeah, if you can find a way that would help you, then yeah, sure. Now this arm is the same from the top part. You got bicep swivel. You do have bicep. Oh yeah, it's just tighter. But when you come down to the hand, you have individually articulated fingers at this joint. The rest doesn't. It's like made out of a bendy plastic, so I guess you could bend it, but it's not really meant to be bent. And so yeah, and yeah, you can also use this as like a swivel for the hand, I guess, if you wanted that. Now the waist, there is a waist joint. You got forward, whoa. You got forward that far, back that far, out that far, 90 degrees of bend. I don't know, really satisfying soft ratchet. It's just like, yeah. You got a thigh rotation, and you got ankle pivot, and then you got up due to transformation, and not really any down, and I guess you could do that for transformation if you need to. Now, as far as the head goes, you have a ball joint at the head that can look up and down and all that. And then you have this joint, ball joint at the neck, which works, but also it likes to spring. So I guess you have head banging action. So he can listen to metal music and rock out. Yeah, so overall, that's pretty good. Now, size comparisons. Would you please stand? Well, it's just this one, too. Like, these are loose. All of them are loose, but that one specifically always falls down. It bothers me. Here he is with my previous review, whose toes are tucked in. Hold on. Oh, that's another thing with this guy. He doesn't stand the best. At least, I haven't had the best luck standing him. You gotta lean him forward a little bit more than you'd expect. But anyway, here he is with my previous review, Skull Cruncher / Skull Smasher. Here he is with Batman. And here he is with the prime unit of measurement. I will keep making this joke. And yeah. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention is on this joint right here. Due to transformation, you can use this as an outward butterfly joint, kind of. But see these? There are teeth there that look like they would go into that slot, like into those teeth, and like be kind of like a ratchet joint. But they don't touch, and it doesn't slide forward, to my knowledge. So I don't know. It's just seems a little weird, but it's not a complaint. It's just something I noticed. Anyway, let's get to transformation. So first, let's bring Freezer back in, because he does transform. And so first, I'll show you gun mode, because I'll be able to use Scourge to hold him. So first, bring up the backpack, like that. Flip out the gun, straighten out the head. Flip that over and close that down. Bring these down. Flip out to this peg. And then I might not actually remember how to do the legs specifically anymore, because I always just peg them in like this. No, they're supposed to be pegged in like this, for the gun mode, yeah. And then bring these up. See, I just always leave them pegged in because I think that looks better, but I don't think you're supposed to do that for one of the modes. That's why I mentioned it. But this one you are supposed to, so that makes things easier for me. But yeah, bring these up, peg that in, straighten them out, then take these arms and lift them up and just peg them in like that. And now you have a strange but passable, I guess, gun mode that other figures can hold. And you can just put that there, and he has a massively oversized gun, but he does have another gun now, so that's neat. Or you can do this, where you bring the arms down like that. Bring these arms down. I just tore it off. You're not supposed to do that. Peg that right into that, and that will stay there. And same thing on this side. Just rotate and bring that down. Peg that in. And then I think you're supposed to extend these out like that. But I don't like that, so I just always keep them pegged in like this, just because that looks a bit better to me. And then you have a turret mode. And then you also have one final mode where you take these, bring them back up, and then peg in. Stop doing this. Just peg in. Come on. And then that will be able to peg onto the back of Scourge. And so that's how I normally transform him now that I have Scourge. So as far as Freezer or Novocaine goes, it's a good figure, and it's fun. I'd say, yeah, get it if you want to, as long as you can find it for cheap. It's not like it's not worth like $20 or something like that. But I don't know, especially if you have him, he goes really well with him. Anyway, let's get into transformation for him. So you have to have this hand, the tentacle one, for transformation, I will say. So to transform him, bring all this back. Just extend all this out. Then take this piece, flip that out. Then take these and bring them out as well. And then you're going to come back here. And actually, no, yeah, you can do this, but just for ease, I'm going to actually do the legs first. So come down to the legs, flip them around, and then peg them in like that. Then it says to pull out the wheels here. Like this wheel is like in, then you pull it out. But to be honest, it does loosen it a little bit, but it won't stay. So I don't really see a point to worry about it. Like, I guess it does make kind of a difference. It definitely makes a difference, but like, I haven't gotten it to stay. So it's like, I'd just leave that till the end, honestly. But anyway, so come in here, take the foot, bring that up, and then bring that down like so. Wait, no. Like that. That's what I was trying to do. So, yeah. Unpeg this and then bring that up. Like, why is this figure fighting me? There we go. Then flip out this peg, and then you will use that to peg into the hole in the bottom of its foot in a second here. So, then come up here, extend all this, and then flip that in, flip this around, and then you want it to be lined up like that. Then you're going to bring all of this down, and then this will slot in right there into the leg, and all of that will slot underneath, and you have that side done. And then there's a lot of hinges here that you just got to get lined up, but once you get it just right, it'll work. And then bring this side up, and then get that all lined up, like so. Then bring all this in, and you want it collapsed like that. And then this will all line up, and you will peg this in, and you will wonder why it's not lined up. And then it will just magically line up. I don't know why. There we go. You just kind of got to work with it a little bit, and then all the joints will be lined up, and then you're good. So then you can take this and bring it in like so. And why is that? Hold on, why are you're not lined up right. There we go. Come on. Why is everything on this figure fighting me? It's a really simple transformation that's really quite fun, but I'm just having all the problems in the world with it right now. So, anyway, come up to the chest, flip this forward, and then flip these out. Then unpeg this and unpeg all of that, and that will fold down. Then that will go up and peg right into the side like that. And this will peg in like this. Then you bring up this side and peg that in, and that part's really cool. I really like how all this gets built. I know I was struggling with it quite a bit for, I have no idea why, but I was, and then and then it worked, and I don't know. Then bring all these out and then in like that, and that will peg in there as well as in there. So you just, not in there, what? You just bring that in, and that pegs in right there and there. That's what I meant to point at, not there. And then you take all that, and you are done. And while not perfect, you got some stuff showing here. I really do like the transformation. I think it is quite cool, and especially everything that happens with the grill. I think that's really nice, although you do have some visible head syndrome. But if you don't like all this, you take this piece, the gun, and open this up, rotate it, and you want it rotated so that these parts are facing outward, so that there's like a gap here, because otherwise, if you have it this way, they're too close in, and that's not what you want. You want it out like that. Then you bring this, and then peg that on this side. I said peg that on this side, and then just adjust all this, and then peg this on this side. Why is this figure fighting me so much? You know, it's probably because of the camera. Because I seriously, I've done this quite, like, so many times, and I have not had a problem. But now, I'm having all the problems. But, yeah, that pegs on, and then, while it's not the most sightly thing, it does help cover all that up. And then if you want it more covered up, you take freezer, and then you peg this on to that, and it will be way looser than you'd like, but it will work. And there you go, you have the gun there. And it's up for you to decide on how well that works to hide everything. It's fine to me. I care mostly about how the front looks, and I think it looks really good. Although I do wish they did a better job of tucking in all that stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. So, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below what characters I should review next. And follow me on YouTube and TikTok. Oh, yeah. Also, sorry for not posting yesterday. I had a really bad headache and I was feeling sick.